Welcome to Birds of Prey Sports, where we weekly cover Ravens and Orioles news with your host TJ and Jared. And in this video, we're going to be doing a pregame for our upcoming game against the Browns this Sunday. A game in which this I almost said Deshaun Watson. Jameis Winston will be starting. I think the Browns are 2-5 right now, or like
No,
three
one
and
and six.
1-6. So they're back to their old ways, I see. So we're going to try to make that 1-7, hopefully. This game should be all about business. Let's not, make it a trap game and play around. Let's put it on them like how we were doing to the Buccaneers last week. So, um, just some things that kind of, come to my mind when I think about this game. The O line, has to be playing well. You can't let Myles Garrett wreck the game, because he's arguably a guy that he could be traded, this season or in the off season. And the Ravens would be a potential bidder, for him. So we're just gonna have to see how that plays out. Hopefully he'll come here, but that's just like if that's just like if the Chargers traded Joey Bosa to the Chiefs or something, like it would just be crazy. So,
Yeah,
probably won't happen, but he's definitely someone to watch out for. He's a game wrecker. And Denzel Ward, he's one of the more underrated corners in the league. I see his film, the way he plays is just like crazy. Like he's one of the best
right.
corners I haven't seen anyone talk about. So he's probably going to be on. He's probably going to be on Zay, maybe for the most part, or Bateman. He's probably going to be on Bateman. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna have to see how that plays out. But he's very good. I think those are two game changers they got on defense,
And they
and
got
obviously they got some
those
JOK. Yeah,
JOK, and they got ZS.
he has Zadarius Smith who could be coming back here. So um, I heard he cries a lot. I don't know if that's true, but I
Like
heard
cries or like
like
whines.
complains a lot.
Oh,
That's what Packers and Vikings fans said about him. So, you
that's
know,
funny. Well, I mean,
we'll
we
see.
should know we had him.
Yeah. He
He
was doing
Harbaugh was telling him to stop being a bitch. Anyways, if we go to that Ravens Browns game, he's gonna find us and be like, "What'd you say?"
and be like,
Oh,
he
you can
said,
throw me under the bus.
and be like, but anyways, um, what are you scratching? Like, all
Can I touch my own body?
right,
All right, this is turning to a different video. We gotta continue on forward.
all right, let's say, anyway,
We're sounding like this is Deshaun Watson.
don't put me near
Versus-
Deshaun. Don't put my name and Deshaun Watson in the same set. But anyways, straying away from the defense. The Ravens offense has just been, going at a historic pace. Derrick Henry, he's on average to have like 2,000 rushing yards this year. Um, and I want to say about 18 rushing touchdowns. You know, I was surprised he didn't get one in the Buccaneers game, but, I feel like he'll go back to his usual ways, Sunday and get it, maybe two.
Hey, he got a receiving touchdown at least.
Yeah, he got a touchdown. He got something out of that. So,
Right.
but I can't expect another Jackson 5. But
No.
maybe a Jackson 2. I think
No, I could see a Jackson one or
yeah,
a Jackson none.
he'll probably get like 170, one passing yard.
No,
He'll
I,
probably
I
have
I
that.
think that he'll get 200 passing yards. I don't think that he'll go under unless like he's like 20 for 20 for like 20 touchdowns on like the goal line or something. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I was
but
like,
I
20,
think
20 is good.
yeah, no, but no, I mean like, with under 200 yards.
Oh
Like
yeah. Okay.
I think Lamar is just a 200-yard passer at this point, like and I was actually kind of surprised. I was looking over the stats like over Flacco's tenure with the Ravens. He didn't throw for 300 yards that many times as I thought he did. I think he obviously threw like over 10 or something times, but it
Mhm.
took him a few years to get to 300 yards.
Yeah, it did, and I don't think he ever threw for more than 4 touchdown passes. I think his highest was like 3.
No, he's thrown five. He threw five versus the Bucks. Remember? Well, it's funny. We had two
Oh,
quarterbacks that
oh,
was
oh
throwing for
yeah,
five
yeah.
versus the Bucks.
Yep.
I think he's had like four touchdown games, but like overall, like Flacco was like you could bet on his stats. His stats used to be like 3,600 yards, 26 touchdowns, 10
They
to
used to be
12
they used to be
picks.
like Lamar's, yeah.
Well,
They
Lamar
used
doesn't throw like 10 to 12 picks though. But
Yeah,
like
yeah, he wasn't, but
you add on Lamar's rushing stats, like Joe Flacco didn't accumulate 4,000 yards and 30 something touchdowns every year,
right.
So like I guess it's more acceptable for Lamar than it comes to like Joe Flacco was a pocket passer, but Joe was he was cooking a few years, early in his career though. Like I think he had like 28 touchdowns in like 2011 or something like that. I don't think he ever threw for 30 with us. I
Those
don't think he's ever
offense
thrown for
is
30.
solid. Nope, nope, he never did.
Closest I think he got is 28, and he's thrown for 4,000 yards here. But like I think Lamar can get there soon.
He's gonna
Well,
get 30. He's
this
already
year.
halfway what he had last year. So
Yeah.
that's just a testament to his MVP abilities, and he's well on his way to win the third one. I don't care what anybody says, Josh Allen or Jared Goff. Like, what has Jared Goff done? I mean, he's been good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't see him making game-changing plays like how Lamar's made. So
Yeah.
that Bengals game alone, I've seen Lamar make game-changing plays. I haven't seen Jared Goff do anything like that.
Hmm.
So, anyways. The Ravens offense is a force to be reckoned with. And I think we should just keep chugging along. I want to see Likely get more involved. We've kind of taken a step back from him, the past ever since the Chiefs game, really. And I want to see him get a little bit more involved, you know. I think
Yeah.
he's the type of guy that we need to, let him eat too. Um, I think, now that kind of Bateman and Zay have, not really Zay, but Bateman has kind of broken out more. I feel like, and teams already know about Mark Andrews. I feel like Likely should get a lot more, open, when it comes to the passing game. So hopefully,
Yeah.
he can, and that's only good for us because he gets those yak yards and he has great hands. So,
Yep.
what are your thoughts about this game going on?
Honestly, I think that in all seriousness, we should dominate them, but I already know when they're going to. I know we're gonna goof around. Like we haven't had a goof around game in a minute, but I think our last goof around game was the Raiders game, maybe. But
Yeah, we lost that game. Yep.
I would even say the second half of the Cowboys game was a goof around game. But I don't know. I'm just a little worried about our O line holding up against Zadarius Smith and and what's his name?
How's
How do I
Garrett?
Miles Garrett? I almost call him something completely different. And because I could imagine Miles Garrett being like, I want to play against Falele, but or
Philip,
Rosengarten, the rookie.
Philip him.
Yeah, he's gonna
Philip him.
gonna flip him into a pancake, some big ass pancake. But you know, um, you know, I could also imagine him going against Rosengarten. Like
Yeah,
I feel like he's just gonna be on the right side of the line all day. So I think this is one of the biggest tests for Rosengarten and Falele's career so far. And because I mean, obviously the left side up until center, is pretty. It's filled with veterans. You have Stanley obviously playing. He's playing fantastic this year. And he's really back to his ways. This season. And then yeah, what's his name? Makari. He's played a good left guard for us. So shout out to him. Even though I trashed him earlier in the year, saying if you start him, he's gonna stink it up. But he's done pretty well so far. And Linderbaum's Linderbaum. Linderbaum's had a little bit more weird snaps the past this year than normal. I don't know if you've noticed that, but um, because he used to be a sure thing, but maybe Lamar's got to have that Jalen Hurts stance now, where he's like, if you're gonna throw me rockets, I'm just gonna have to, just kind of have a whole different stance now for that. Because I think that Hurts changed his whole stance because of Jason
yeah.
Kelsey.
So I
So,
hated that.
but
Yeah,
I don't know if he's back to his original one or if he stayed with that one. But anyways, that right side of the line is going to be for one of his biggest tests of the season. And I think the other biggest test is probably versus, Parsons, and Lawrence, and then Chris Jones. Chris Jones by himself. I mean, he's just two or three men in himself, it feels like, and it's just he dominated the Ravens offensive line that game. He had his way. Unironically, I guess, our best blocker that night was probably Justice Hill. So shout out to Justice Hill though. No, and honestly, this is gonna be a big
he
game for
does
Justice Hill
everything.
as well. He can catch the ball, he can run the ball, and he can block now. Maybe he could block before, but I haven't really noticed it. His pass pro is amazing. Yeah, he's taking out. He's not taking like for the guy. I mean, he's probably taller than me or whatever, but like for a football player, he seems like relatively short. but he holds his own. I remember that play, the likely toe, the incomplete touchdown in the end zone. Um,
Yeah, I was about to say he's playing with Likely's toes. Like, what are you
no,
what
no.
is going?
I'm talking about the last play of the game versus the
Yeah, yeah,
Chiefs.
yeah, the Chiefs,
You
yeah.
know, you know,
Yeah, he had Chris Jones.
he had
Yeah.
he had Chris Jones confused. Like so. I don't know. And I'm glad we extended him. Honestly, I
Mhm.
wasn't a big Justice Hill guy, especially early this season or even parts of last season and years prior. I mean, he was one of the one of the reasons we lost that Steelers game, because he fumbled and I was on here probably saying he needs to be cut or something. But I'm glad they just continued to give him a shot, and he's done great. He seems to fit in with the team. I watched he was mic'd up during the Bengals game. He seems like to be a great team guy. Seems to be a nice dude as well. But he's also a baller. He's killing on those screens, man. He's killing on those screens.
Yeah, yeah, he really is. And his speed is like a lightning in a bottle. He
Yeah.
really, really fast. And then I can't imagine what it's going to be like when we get Keaton back. Justice will probably take a back seat to him a little. Honestly, I don't know. Justice
I
earned
wouldn't
his
want to
way.
see that.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
got to
Justice.
find a way to integrate all three.
Yeah, so that's even better, if we
Yeah.
do that. And so I can't wait until Keaton's back. But honestly, I want to see us gradually put him back. I don't want us just put him out there and he gets hurt again, like we don't
Yeah.
play something. But
Yeah.
I
I
want
could
to,
imagine he has a very limited role this season.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
very limited. I want to see, him. I want to see us bring him back in that regard. But
People mentioned possibly Mitchell being a kick returner.
yeah, I don't know about, I don't know about that. I don't.
I could see it with the new rules. I just don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah, that he can I won't say easily get hurt, but that's putting a lot of wear and tear on his ACL that he
Yeah.
tore last year.
It
So
was something. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so he's really gonna have to get used to those turfs and get his footing down if he wants to do that.
Yep.
Which I
All right.
know he can. So yeah.
Yep. All right. You want to get into the stats and stuff now?
Yeah, let's
All
go.
right. I'm glad you didn't forget it this time.
Oh, you didn't have to call me out like that, Travis.
I mean, what? Are you the one? I kept it in the video, so everyone knows it.
All right,
Anyways,
Kelsey.
anyways,
Read the stats.
you read the stats now. It's like, no. Um, anyways, the Cleveland Browns stats, offensive stats here, they average 15.6 points per game, which is somehow not worse in the league. They're 29th in the league. Who is worse? You think about that while I read the rest of the stats. Anyways, they average 253.9 yards per game, which is 32nd in the league. They average 0.245 yards per points per play, which is 29th in the league. They average 4 yards per play, which is last in the league. They convert on third down 23.71% of the time, which is last in the league. They convert more fourth downs, it seems, at 61.11%, which is 11th in the league. Their red zone scoring touchdown percentage is at 72.73%, which is second. It's probably only because they're rarely in the red zone. It's probably like four for whatever. Like they're barely in there. Of course, it's gonna look good. Probably like 7 for 10 or something like that. Anyways, then they average 1.6. See, look, they average 1.6 touchdowns per game, which is 28th in the league. So not good. The rushing statistics, their rush play percentage is at 35.36%, which is 29th in the league. They average 4.2 yards per rush, which is 20th in the league. They average 22.4 yards rushes per game, sorry, which is 27th in the league. They average 94.3 rush yards per game, which is 28th in the league. Excuse me. And they average zero point 0.4 rush TDs per game, which is 28th in the league. Their passing statistics, they throw the ball 64.64% of the time, which is fourth in the league. Their completion percentage is at 61.11%, which is 30th in the league. Their yards per pass is at 5.2, which is the last in the league. Their passes per game is at 36, which is fifth in the league. And their pass yards per game is at 159.6, which is 30th in the league. Interception percentage thrown percentage, I'm sorry, is at 1.98%, which is 12th in the league. And the QB sack percentage is at 12.20%, which is 32nd in the league. So seems like with Watson under center, it seems like they were throwing it a lot, but they weren't really pushing the ball down the field. So um, you know, this is terrible. I mean that's just the easiest way to put it. This is terrible. They haven't scored over 20 points in a game, but I can already assure you that that's gonna be all this is gonna be broken in this game. So, anyways, you can read over the defensive statistics.
All right, so appointed points per game, 21.3, which is 18th in the league. Appointed yards per game is 217.9, which is 13th in the league. Appointed points per play, I don't even get that stat, like 0.387, which is
Maybe
19th
they
in the
mean like fantasy points or something. That's actually a great question. I
yeah.
want to look that up real quick.
Appointed yards per play, 5 point. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
where's my IP? I
What?
said, what is my IP?
PPP. All right, we're gonna again have to look this up on our own time because that's just too much. Hey, you can.
Appointed third down conversion percentage 32.26, which is eighth in the league. Appointed fourth down percentage is 83 point. That's about as almost close to 100% as you can get. 83.33, which is 31st in the league. Opponent red zone scoring percentage for touchdowns is 55%, which is 18th in the league. Opponent touchdowns per game is 2.6, which is 17th. Opponent rush play percentage is 48.21, which is 24th in the league. Opponent yards per rush is 4.4, which is 11th in the league. Opponent rushes per game is 28.9, which is 22nd in the league. Opponent rush yards per game is 126.1, which is 15th. Rush touchdowns per game is 1.1, which is 22nd.
Hey, Derrick Henry would have given him the hammer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And opponent pass play percentage is 51.79, which is ninth in the league. Opponent completion percentage is 58.79, which is second. So Lamar should be dotting them up, in his passes. Opponent yards per pass, 7.3. Wow, don't let Bateman see that. He might get a first down every catch. Opponent passes per game, 28.4, is fifth in the league. So that fits Lamar's like type of, how much passes he does per game too.
Right.
Opponent pass yards per game, 191.7, which is 11th in the league. So they're pretty good, in that regard. Opponent interception thrown percentage, 0.50, which is 30th. I'm surprised by that because they have Denzel Ward. I think they have Grant Delpit. I don't know how good Delpit is, but I know he was highly regarded coming out of college. And then sack percentage is 8.29, which is ninth in the league. And I know you had like 50 interceptions with him in your Madden
I
franchise.
was thinking about the same thing. Yeah, he is a middle linebacker in that game, but um, he was nice as. I'm trying to see who the worst offensive, like who scores the least amount of points per game.
I had the Patriots or something. They have a trash
Nope. Oh, who the hell would it be?
14.1. Oh,
Maybe it's Miami because of
Tyler
look,
Huntley.
I was gonna say
Tyler
because Tyler
Huntley,
Huntley. Jesus Christ.
11. Oh my God. It's
That's
literally a
crazy. They
field
only
goal
give
and a
him 21.
touchdown.
They only give him 21. Should have field goal and a touchdown. That's 10.
But you can't score
Maybe
11
it's
points. So that's basically
you
a field
can.
goal and a touchdown.
You can get two safeties in a touchdown.
Well, that rarely happens.
But I'm saying you can do it. How about this?
I want to see you do it
I,
then, if you
I'm
can
not
do.
an NFL player. No, I'm saying
Yeah,
like you can get a field goal, a touchdown, and a two-point conversion. Why you
yeah.
go for two that early in the game? I don't know why, but leave it up to Mike McDaniel. Anyways, gonna move on to the individual player stats here. Um, we're not gonna talk about Diddy, but we are gonna talk about Jameis Winston. He's 6 for 12 on the year, 50% completion percentage on 83 yards, a touchdown, and still has been sacked, even though it is in the minimal attempts. It's probably for like a 6 yard gain. um, anyways, there's not really much to. I wish we were playing DTR. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, the rushing statistics. Jerome Ford was their main guy with Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry, with Chubb out. He's played 6 games, 50 carries, 264 yards, 5.3 yards per carry, a touchdown. He averages 44 yards a game. Um, Johnson Foreman has 41 carries, 129 yards, 3.1 yards per carry, and averages 18.4 yards per game. And so that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of running game here. Derek is more than this alone.
Can't run the
Look, I
ball.
told you he got sacked for a 2 yard gain. No, I'm playing. But anyways, 5 carries for 2 yards. This is worse. Look at this. One carry for 7 yards. We said 7 yards. -5 yards. Anyways, to move on to the receiving stats, Jerry Jeudy has 21 receptions on 42 targets, 266 yards. He averages 12.7 yards per catch. He has a touchdown, average 38 yards per game. Amari Cooper has 24 touchdowns. Well, I guess he's not on the team anymore. So it's not really point, not really needed to bring that up. But David Njoku has 20 total receptions on 29 targets, 165 yards, 8.3 yards per catch, a touchdown, and 41.3 yards per game. That's what he averages. Jordan Akins, is it Akins or Akins? I can think
Akins.
about Akins from the Orioles. Akins has 16 receptions on 21 targets, 140 yards, a touch. He averages 8.8 yards per catch, a touchdown, and he averages 20 yards per game. Elijah Moore, I forgot they got Elijah Moore. Has 22 receptions on 29 targets, 163 yards, 6.2 yards per catch, and he averages 19.4 yards per game. And Cedric Tillman, 11 receptions on 17 targets, 90 yards, 8.2 yards per catch, and he averages 12.9 yards per game. So, um, like I said, they're not really seeming. Oh, look, our old friend here. Um,
That's
you
per
know,
se.
I will say
3 yards.
that yeah, that's the yearly stats for James. But anyways, yeah, not doesn't seem to be pushing the ball down the field that much. A lot of these guys. I mean, I think we get two guys over 200 yards, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, isn't it?
They're well over 200 yards. They're like
Isn't
F.
it? Who is it? Is it it's Bateman
Zay.
and Zay, right? Mark
Yeah.
or likely don't have over 200 yards.
No, Mark doesn't yet.
Let me
He's
see.
probably gonna get there soon.
Even
Oh,
I
he
think
does.
Mark he does. We might have four, five guys over that. Or even Fudge and running back over that. I almost cursed. Anyways, we'll go back to the Sticky Browns. The Stinky Browns. I remember my brother used to make a joke. He used to say, "How do you send the Browns to the Super Bowl or something like that?" Or taking a dump is like sending the Browns to the Super Bowl or something. I don't something like that. Anyways, you can go
It's
ahead and
only
read off
bowl
the
it'll be
stats.
in.
The shit ball.
I hope no Browns fans are watching this.
What are they gonna do? Be scared. What are they gonna start barking at us? Like speed? Anyways, you can go ahead and read off the defensive statistics.
So we have JOK. He's played in all games so far.
He's
He has
nice.
54 total tackles. Yeah, he's good. He has 34 solo, 20 assisted. He has 2 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, 3 passes defended, 1 interception. Grant Delpit has played in 6 games, 37 total tackles, 26 solo, 11 assisted, 4 tackles for loss. Martin Emerson Jr. Played in all games, 35 total tackles, 26 solo, 9 assists, 1 tackle for loss, 4 pass defended. Devin Bush
You said they
played
were the team.
Devin Bush?
Yeah, he's on the freaking Eagles now, isn't he?
No, that's Devin White.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my God.
That's Devin White.
I don't know. I thought he was in didn't he play for the Steelers?
Yeah, he used to play for the Steelers, yep. He has 25 total tackles, 15 solo, 1 pass defended. Um, Rodney McLeod Jr., he has 25 total tackles, 19 solo, 2 tackles for loss, 2 pass defended. Jordan Hicks played in 5 games, 24 total tackles, 14 solo. He has 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, 2 pass defended. Got caught up there. Shelby Harris played in all games so far, 21 total tackles, 10 solo. He has 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, 1 pass defended. Zadarius Smith, who you mentioned earlier,
Yeah,
played in all
remember
games.
Desarius?
Desarius. He has 18 total tackles, 12 solo, 4 sacks. Wow. 3 tackles for loss. Greg Newsome, the second. He has played in all games, 18 total tackles, 17 solo, 2 pass defended. Ronnie Hickman, and then I'll just stop at Denzel Ward. Ronnie Hickman played in 5 games, 17 total tackles, 16 solo, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 pass defended. Um, and Miles Garrett. played in all 7 games,
No
17
assisted tackles is crazy.
17
He
solo.
does
Yep.
that shit himself.
Yep. 7 tackles for loss. And then Denzel Ward, 7 games, I played in all 7 games, 13 total tackles. Oh no, 14 total tackles, 13 solo. So he does it himself too. And he surprisingly he has 12 pass defended. Wow.
Damn.
So he's good.
Yep. And Miles Garrett's also forced 2 fumbles as well, so that's
Oh yeah.
impressive.
How did
What
I
is this
forget?
one over here?
Oh,
KB. Oh, kicks blocked. He also has one as well.
oh yeah, he jumped over that guy. I remember.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. He's insane. I
Be
didn't
at
think he
that
was a
weight,
Raven.
jump over like somebody, another human being. Like that's crazy.
All right, so some of the Brownies who are not going to be playing, Jedrick Willis is out. So is Ronnie Hickman. Wyatt Teller is expected to be activated and to play. Diddy is obviously done for the year. Jordan Hicks, he's been ruled out for this game, and Jerome Ford is also been ruled out as well. So it's going to be Kareem Hunt and the other dude. What was his name? Um, oh, not the Foreman. Okay. It said they had what was his face? I can't find him. Where is he at? Naeem Hines.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out for the year. Damn. Well, they had on Naeem Hines, I should say. So yeah. Obviously Miles Garrett is going to be key to this game. Going to be to find a way to contain him because you're not going to stop him. And the same way defensive coordinators talk about Lamar when it comes to praying, it's going to be the same here. You got to pray against him sometimes.
Yeah. You just gotta put that faith out there. But hopefully we can get the dub. I think we do. I'm gonna predict the score to be 24-10. I think the Ravens, pretty much go up early. And then they just contain the Browns for the rest of the game. I think 24-10.
I think the Ravens win 100%. I'm like, it's like that kid. I think that this game is going to be a little bit closer than a lot of people think. Just because I mean it's new play calling, it's a new quarterback. I think Winston, gives him a better shot than Diddy. And I think that the Ravens wind up winning, but like they wind up winning 31. No, not 31. 28. 28-20 is my score. I feel like they get 20 for the first time.
Okay.
So
As
I think that they
long as
put
we
a
come
little
up with
pressure
the
on
win.
us.
Yo, as long as we come up with the win, that's all
I
that
feel
matters.
if we lose, that's slightly embarrassing in my opinion. I don't care if it's a divisional opponent. You should not be losing to a 1-16.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just unacceptable. I don't care if that 1-16 employed Jesus Christ. Like we cannot lose to them.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Um, I think, that's all we got in this video,
Oh, I do want to.
Oh,
I kind of want to do something new.
mhm.
What is like a bold prediction you can make for this game? I'll go. I'll do it my first. I think Nate Wiggins gets his first career interception in this game, but not only does he get one, I think he gets two. That's my crazy bold prediction that probably won't happen.
Mm. I think I think Adafe Owe and Matabike combined for 4 sacks in this game. I think they each
Damn,
get 2 apiece.
really? Think they're gonna eat today or Sunday?
Yeah, I think they're gonna
All
eat.
right, all right. You one
Yep.
for offense or are you just for defense?
I'm just
My one for
defense
offense, I
right
said
now.
28. I think Lamar gets 4 touchdown passes.
See, but he kind of just did that
Yeah,
last week.
but like I don't
I
see
want to
him
go
like
there.
lighting up the Browns defense. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't normally light up the Browns defense. Like he
yeah,
usually kind of struggles sometimes. But I
yeah.
think this game he'll have like 4 touchdown passes.
I hope so. I got him on my fantasy team, and that's my QB1, so I hope so. But hopefully both of our bold predictions can work, and that would be a blowout if that happened. But
Yeah,
you know, yeah, 4 sacks, 4 touchdowns.
two
You got work
picks.
to do, Ravens.
Yep.
Yep. So
You
I
didn't do
think.
your offensive bowl prediction.
Oh, okay. So we're doing both.
Yeah.
You know what? Isaiah likely gets 2 touchdowns. I want to see that.
You think so? Okay.
I want to see that.
All right.
So you got anything else you want to add?
Nope.
So again, Isaiah likely Ravens. Got some work to do. Make those predictions happen. I think that's all we got. Well, that is all we got for this video today. Make sure you subscribe and check out our social medias. Subscribe, follow, just get to them. Follow our social medias. Check out Instagram. Jared made a great Jackson 5 edit that I mentioned in the previous video. Really show some love to that. He put a lot of work into that. And I was actually like I was blown away. Like it was like, man, this is crazy. This is great. So make sure you check it out, show us some love. Comment in the video down below. What are your bold predictions? What do you think the score is going to be? Um, Also check out our TikTok and our Twitter, and check out our second channel, Casual Cinema. We're going to be probably putting a movie review on there soon. Jared just told me that Venom came out last week, so maybe we can see that pretty soon. And yeah, we're Birds Break Sports, TJ and Jared, and we're out.
Right.